Set your boundaries. You cannot be successful if you don't trust yourself. Learn how to use the word no. Take up space. Sometimes you are the problem. What's up, YouTube? It's Mike and Leia, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. If you're new here, okay. If you're not new here, then welcome back. As you guys can see by the title, we're doing something a little different today. I never really did a video like this, but I've been itching, literally itching to do this type of video because I wish somebody was telling me these things. So we're gonna do a 7 things I wish I knew in my early 20s. I'm 24.
Damn.
I've been 24 for like 6 months now. When I say life just changed, I literally feel my frontal lobe developing. Like, it's actually crazy. It's a little scary, but I just have so many things that I wish I knew when I was younger, even 2 years ago, that, you know, could have helped me. Even though I know everything is a part of the journey, everything happens for a reason, I'm grateful to know the things that I know now, even at the age of 24, because some 30-year-olds still, but this is not to judge or whatever. Everybody's on their own journey. It's fine. I'm just doing this more so for me and anybody that wants to listen. I'm only one call away. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the bell too so y'all always know when I'm posting a video. But yeah, I don't even want to like chat too much in this intro. I want to get right into the video because I have a lot to share. Yeah. Today's video is sponsored by Shop LC. They sent your girl some goodies. I'm so excited to open these. I actually want to open them with you guys, so yeah, let's unbox them. They done sent me quite some things, y'all, so, and I've been needing these, like, for all my rings and earrings. This is literally perfect. This is tea. Now I have somewhere for my jewelry, all the jewelry that they gave me, and it's pink. Like, we just love anything pink. This is the first thing. I'm always in need of some new jewelry, so I can never have enough. Y'all, look at this cute charm bracelet. I don't normally have a preference between gold and silver, and I was actually in need of some new silver jewelry because I feel like I only be having like gold jewelry. Like this silver bracelet, this is so cute. And next we have this ring, and also y'all, everything will obviously be all linked down below, so make sure you guys are checking the link. But oh my god, this is so cute. It's rose gold. I love this so much. Like, the way it just sparkles, oh my god. Oh yeah, this is tea. It matches the ring. So we have these rose gold earrings. Are you kidding me? I love them. Y'all, these are so cute. Y'all need to go get you a pair. Me and jewelry, we go together real bad. Bracelet, accessory, period. I feel like this would be so cute for the fall. Adds to the fit. Yeah. And then last but not least, I think these are the diamond earrings. Y'all, so these are lab grown diamond earrings. Period. So yeah, I'll leave everything linked down below in my description box. Make sure you guys are checking out the link. And I do have a coupon code for you guys so you can save some points. You know, I got y'all. Definitely make sure you're clicking the link down below. Thank you, Shop LC, for sponsoring this video. Definitely love my new goodie. But yeah, let's get on to the video. Okay, y'all know I'm not the best multitasker, but we're gonna try to do my makeup and talk at the same time. Normally, I'll be getting distracted. Okay, so number 1 is to prioritize yourself. The only person that should be coming before you is God. That's just that. And I say this because I've always been a people pleaser, so I'm so used to putting other people before me out of like consideration. Honestly, as much as I, you know, love to make other people happy and try to avoid conflict, it should not come at the sacrifice of my happiness, of my peace, of my sanity. Like, absolutely not. That's not to say that you can't be considerate or you can't be, you know, a good person, but don't ever put or prioritize somebody over yourself, because 9 times out of 10, y'all, other people don't think like that. And I feel like people pleasers always get the short end of the stick because we're so we always put ourselves in a predicament to get on. I was just honestly just tired of that, so I just wish I would have known that or picked that up way sooner. Set your boundaries and stand on it. Put your foot down. Like, if you're not okay with something, speak up. Don't just, okay, it's okay, and you're really not okay with it. Because the thing is, a lot of people that do speak up and aren't people pleasers and don't give a f and are kind of selfish, yeah, people pleasers might look at that like, damn, like I could never, but majority of the times people that act like that are way happier because they don't have to worry about how somebody else is feeling, or they're not scared to put themselves first. And that's the thing that I like struggled with for so long in my early 20s, and still, like, it's a very new theme for me. I feel like since turning 24, I really wish I would have just learned to put myself first over anybody. A boy, a friend, a family member. Like, don't ever put a boy or put a friend over yourself. I'm sorry, don't put anybody. If you're not happy with something and it doesn't make you feel good, don't do it. I wish I would have just used my free will way more. Learn how to use the word no. That's something that I wish I would have told younger me. Make sure the word no is in your vocabulary. Do not say yes to everything. I don't know why I felt like I was like obligated to do certain things for certain people, certain friends. If I don't want to do it, who said I have to? And if you can't respect that as my friend, partner, whoever, then you don't love me, because you should want me happy. If I don't want to go, why would you want me? Why would you want to put me in a position where I'm uncomfortable or where I'm not happy? The people you surround yourself with is also gonna like play a factor into this, because if you're around other people pleasers, then we just get it. But a lot of people are really selfish, and that's something that I really learned. Not everybody has the same heart as you, and don't expect that from anybody either. You cannot expect yourself from other people. That's like one of the main things I really had to learn. Like, don't expect anything from anybody actually, because you're always gonna get disappointed. It might feel foreign transitioning from being a people pleaser into finally putting yourself first. You might feel bad, you might feel guilty. I've been there. But would you rather put yourself first and maybe feel a little bad after, or would you rather put somebody else first and just be miserable the whole time because you're satisfying somebody else's wants?
Nope.
I'd rather feel a little bad satisfying my own wants than to feel really bad satisfying somebody else's wants.
Exactly.
Like, this is where I had to learn, stop feeling so guilty for putting yourself first. It's okay. It's okay to say no to people. It's okay to tell somebody you don't want to go here, you don't want to do this. I just wish I knew this way sooner, because I could have avoided so many situations that I put myself in because I'm too scared to say no. And it's crazy though, because as much as I say like people pleaser, I'm not a yes man. If I disagree with something, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, like, no, not like that. But there are certain things that I would just not really want to do, but because it's a friend or it's a parent or a sibling or whatever it is, that is like, okay, like, I guess I'm learning to take back what people took from me. Sorry, this is it's not even more so a villain era. I just want to be happy, and I want to make myself happy. I want to make sure my boundaries are clear, because when you're such a people pleaser, and people take advantage of that. People take that and run with it, and I will not allow that ever again. It's irritating and annoying, inconveniencing yourself time and time and time again, and it's not reciprocated. That's the only way I would say it's okay. I feel like that's more so with like relationships, like a romance relationship, because a lot of that is like compromising. Honestly, y'all, like marriages, long-term relationships, that's another subject. But like in terms of just friends, family, if your answer is no, the answer is no. Sorry, not sorry actually, because I'm not sorry. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. And also with age, you get to learn more of like a balance between being selfish and still being considerate of other people. But in terms of like just prioritizing yourself, you need to learn how to actively make those choices. Hopefully that makes sense. Ever since I've started doing that, I've been so happy with just accepting and like meeting people where they're at and just pouring into myself instead. I would never want to become like 100% selfish though, where I just don't give a fuck. I never want to be like numb, but who knew putting yourself first would make you that happy? Like, wow, I really can say no. I really don't have to do this. I love it here. And I know some people really be going through it at home and tolerating disrespect. Once you become of age, you do not have to tolerate anything you do not want to. Now, I know in certain, cultures it's a little different. A lot of Caribbean and African households is very different, because parents just can't wrap their minds around the fact that like, oh shit, my child is actually like an adult, a grown adult. But like, I'm not 16, I'm not 13. Like, I don't care who you are. You're not gonna talk to me however you want. Set your boundaries and stand on them. I know number 1 was really long, but that's number 1. I promise you won't regret it. And if anything, that will make people respect you more. Just saying. The second thing is prioritize self-care. And I know that's like, that kind of goes without saying, but like when you really get into it, self-care is a lot more than just getting your hair and nails done. It's a lot more than just, oh, I want to go to the spa. Like maintenance things. No, self-care is literally pouring into yourself and fulfilling your soul. I didn't realize how much your soul needs to be recharged. You cannot expect to thrive and be happy and just live this wonderful life if you're not fulfilling your soul, the inner core of yourself. Like going to the club and drinking every day, that's not soul fulfilling. Like if anything, that's draining you. Like you're gonna literally be burnt out out. The way this camera is making my face look mad white and washed out, I'm not jacking it. But yeah, self-care in terms of everything generally. Health, wealth, finances, being organized, staying on top of yourself, doing everything you need to do to take care of yourself, making sure you're on top of all of your doctor's appointments and what's your hobbies, doing things outside of your regular routine, which is either maybe going to class every day or going to work every day. Don't procrastinate, keep putting things off to the next day, to the next week, to the next month, because next thing you know, it's a whole new year and it's like, oh shit. Make sure you know you're on top of all your finances, no matter how much money you make. If you're only making a little bit, be very aware of what you're spending your money on. That's a huge part of financial literacy, like not just taps and spending all your money and not even knowing where it's going and waiting for your next check. Not to say that times aren't hard and you're not going to be relying on every single check, but just having the awareness of what you're actually doing, how you're spending your time, what's your screen time. Like, self-care is much more than just physical appearance. It goes more into like who you are as a person, because there's just a different type of confidence that comes with doing what you say you're gonna do. Let's just say you wanna, I don't know, start a YouTube channel. If you keep saying, I wanna start a YouTube channel, I wanna start a YouTube channel, but you never do it. Whereas if you say you wanna do something and you actually do it, you build trust within yourself. So now it's like, okay, it's a different type of confidence that come with that. I know when I do stuff that I say I'm gonna do, I am so fulfilled. Like the way I feel so productive and just, it's a different type of aura. Like, yes, I did what I needed to do. Compared to when you say you wanna do this and say you wanna do that and you don't do it, it's like, damn, the guilt be eating you up. I'm telling y'all, if you have something planned, just do it. Don't even think about it, just do it. Because once you've done it, you'll feel so much better about yourself, and building that kind of trust within yourself is something that you need. You literally need to be successful. You cannot be successful if you don't trust yourself. How are you going to be able to manage? Okay, that's like the first step in like building confidence. If you don't trust yourself, it's going to show in other areas. Just prioritize self-care. Like, take care of yourself. Watch you flourish and watch how good you feel. It's not always easy. I know sometimes, you know, you might feel lazy, you don't want to get up, you don't feel like doing this. Whatever the case is, that's normal, which is why you also should prioritize rest. You have to make sure that you're making time for your body to rest, because no shade, y'all, without rest, you will burn yourself out. That is a fact. Definitely have to have realistic goals for yourself, because you'll beat yourself up trying to do X, Y, and Z knowing it's not even possible to do all of that. But yeah, y'all, rest could look like a whole bunch of different things. It doesn't always have to be just sleep. Like, personally, that's how true it is. But personally for me, a rest day could look like me going to the beach by myself and just sitting in the sun and tanning. I like to soak in the sun. I like to tan. I like to sit by any type of body of water. Like, water just heals me. I don't know. I love water. That's rest to me. I can sit there in the sun, read a book, relax, you know, calm, ease my mind. Like, it doesn't always have to be just staying home and sleeping. You can have that every now and then. Not to say you can't, because that's also important, but just prioritize different types of rest. Rest days are just as important as work days. I promise y'all. You can't do nothing if your body is on E. Even when it comes to the gym, wellness, that's something that also obviously ties into self-care. Make sure you're prioritizing taking care of yourself, how you look, putting in time and effort into your appearance. Like, that is something that's huge when it comes to confidence. Yes, you can, you know, get your hair and nails done or whatever, but like, how you feel, like what you eat, what you putting into your body, what do you see in the mirror? Do you like what you see? If you don't, work on it. The confidence that comes with having discipline is just unmatched. That's like one of the best feelings ever. And then seeing your progress, seeing all the hard work that you've done actually like pay off. But also with fitness and wellness comes with needing to prioritize rest days. As your body needs sleep for the muscles to grow, okay? I used to literally always say, they say sleep is for the rich, but sleep is for the privileged, but you need it. We have to make sure that you're sticking to schedule. That's what I do. I make a schedule every single week, and I make sure I know what I'm doing on what day, what time am I going to the gym, what time do I have to submit this by. Like, I make sure that my schedule is not just freestyled. I can't do the spontaneous lifestyle. That might work for certain people, not knowing what their day is gonna look like until the day of. Personally, me, I don't thrive off of that. I thrive off of routine and having things set in stone and mentally being able to prepare. So overall, I would just say prioritize what's important to you. Make sure you're doing what's making you happy and not letting life consume you. Don't go Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Oh my God, all I do is work, and then Saturday and Sunday, you're too tired to do anything that you actually like to do for yourself. Your whole life is gonna be consumed around your job at that point. You're gonna be miserable. You're gonna hate life. You're not gonna have anything that's actually fulfilling and pouring back into your cup and making you feel whole again. Make sure you're utilizing your free time. Sometimes you just gotta do things tired. That's a sacrifice, because if you think about it, the older you get, you're always always gonna be tired. You either just gotta do it tired or it's not gonna get done at all. I don't wanna miss out on living life because of a job. After you clock out, I get it if you're used to a routine of, you know, just going to work, going home, going to work, going home. It's a routine. Your body is accustomed to that. But is that fulfilling you? Are you genuinely happy with that? Like certain days when you're extremely tired, okay, but just make sure that you're finding time to do things to make you happy, because without that, you're gonna be wishing for a better life. Self-care has a huge impact on your mental health. Just don't ever forget to pour into yourself. Number 3, do not ignore the red flags. That goes for friendships, relationships, and family members. Not so much family members because like you can't choose who your mother is, you can't choose who your father is. You know, you can choose the relationship you have with them after the fact when you grow up and become aware of who they are as a person. But with family members, it's a little different. But friendships and relationships, things that you have control over, do not ignore the red flags, y'all, from the start, because I swear to God, they are always there. And us humans love to ignore them. Sometimes I feel like we just love the thrill or the idea of somebody or whatever, and then after the fact, be mad at myself like, damn, Micah, you really did. Well, you the one that decides to ignore the red flags. Like, can't be mad if you're putting yourself in certain situations. Don't be scared to limit somebody's access to you. If you feel like your discernment is saying something that is off about them, or, you know, you're just not really jacking their vibe. They said something or did something, or you just pick up on who they are and their character is just not sitting or aligning with you. It's okay to not pursue that relationship anymore, or not pursue that friendship anymore. I feel like a lot of the times we be so stuck in comfort that we just take anything, and it's like, no. I feel like I just did my makeup so quick and I'm not even halfway done, but it's okay. We could just, yeah. But yeah, just because we're comfortable or used to something or somebody, or we've been friends for this long, doesn't mean, okay, well, I guess I'll just, no. The idea of like wasted time and not wanting to let go, because it's like, oh my God, we've been together for 4 years already. Would you rather have wasted 4 years or waste the rest of your life? Okay, like, it's okay to change, y'all. It's okay to change your mind on something and make new decisions and make new choices with new information. Like, as you age, people grow, people change. Sometimes you don't always grow with the people that was once in your life before. Like, sometimes you outgrow people. Sometimes you become on 2 different paths. Sometimes you don't align with certain people anymore and you don't want them in your life anymore. And that is okay. If you want to grow and evolve as a person, you almost have to expect growing pains, especially at a fast rate. Because personally, me, I feel like 2025 has just changed my whole mindset, and I've outgrown so many things at such a fast rate, and it hurts. It hurts, and it's like a little bit confusing in terms of I'm outgrowing everything that I once knew, and the rate of it happening is so fast that sometimes it takes a minute for your brain to even catch on to what's happening. Just last month, I was okay with this, and now all of a sudden I'm not. And sometimes when you outgrow people, you feel a little guilty for like leaving them behind or not really liking to be in their presence anymore. That's normal, but you should never like settle or hold yourself back out of the sake for somebody else. If you feel like a friendship no longer serves you, you realize like this is just not who you want to be around anymore. As you're growing and evolving and becoming who you want to become, it's okay to walk away from that. And if you believe in God, anything he takes away, he will replenish 10 times fold. Amen. He has never shown me that like something he's taking away is not for the betterment of my life. God will deliver. He literally will deliver. Anything of your heart's desire, he will deliver that. As long as you believe in him. Sometimes we get wrapped up in it and we start expecting the bare minimum, or start to feel one-sided. And I'm sorry, but the bare minimum is not okay. It's not acceptable. The only way you're gonna tolerate and allow bare minimum is if that's how you see your own value. If you feel like you deserve more and you're worth more and you're so much more valuable than what you're receiving, babes, it ain't nothing. Why would you sit around and tolerate something that is not serving you? You should know what you bring to the table and stand on that. If you're a princess and you're being treated like a peasant,
take a look in the mirror.
It's up to you to decide what are you gonna do with that. Are you gonna continue to tolerate it, or are you gonna make a change? Because if you tolerate it, you're only teaching that person that you're allowing that. They're never gonna change. They're never gonna treat you better. They're never gonna understand your value and your worth if you're literally accepting the bare minimum. And that goes for friendships too. If you're accepting a one-sided friendship and you're always showing up for somebody and you're always pouring into somebody and you're not getting that reciprocated, complicated, but you're allowing it to happen, you can't have any other expectations but for it to continue to happen. You're allowing it. You're trying to water a dead plant. You're trying to water a plant that doesn't want to grow. Like, nobody is coming to save you. You are in control of everything of your own life. So anything that you want done, you're responsible. And that's another thing a lot of people don't want to hear. They don't want to hear that they're responsible for the situations that they're in. They want to be the victim. We're gonna go a little bit deeper into that in my last like advice tip, but you got to step up and take charge. As you get older, your discernment needs to become stronger. You need to be able to tell what is people's intentions. You can just tell when somebody is a real friend or not. I can sense when somebody feels like they're in competition with me, or it's like a little bit of jealousy or animosity, or they comparing themselves to me. I don't like that. Yes, healthy competition is great, but I should never feel like my friend feels like she in a competition with me, or she want to one up me, or
absolutely not.
If I ever get that sense, baby, I'm removing myself. I'm limiting and revoking your access to my life, okay? Because and you gotta pay attention to the passive aggressive remarks. That be the throwaways. That be the key hints. The little like, you know, the little shit though. Like nothing that's crazy or whole big. The little shit. Pay attention. Make sure you take note of everything. Make sure you're not oblivious. Make sure you're actually very alert and very aware. And it sucks that we have to be this way, because it's like, damn, like I just be wanting to be genuine and just have great vibes and just want to, you know, make friends and or fall in love or whatever. But like people always have a hidden agenda. And once you wrap your mind around the fact that not everybody is as genuine as you are, you start to be a little bit more cautious with how you move with certain people. Like people tell on themselves all the time. So you just got to pay attention and make sure you're watching. What's done in the dark will always come to light. Do not ignore the red flags, y'all. That goes with anybody. Tip number 4, closed mouths do not get fed. When it comes to pursuing your career, pursuing your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, anything, do not be afraid to take up space. Speak up. Or better yet, learn how to ask for what you want. Even though that can apply to like every aspect of your life in terms of relationships, people, whatever, yes. But specifically like when it comes to your career, when it comes to your boss, don't be afraid to ask for a pay raise. The worst thing that can happen is somebody telling you no. And when you don't ask, you will never receive. Speaking up is literally gonna get you so far. Using your voice, using your power. Girl, don't ever be afraid to ask for something that you feel like you deserve. But when I look back, I used to just accept so many things that it's just like, girl, you could have gotten way more out of that, or you could have been paid more. Like for example, y'all, I just worked with a brand. I love the brand. I love what they was offering me. I love the whole campaign. Old me would have just like accepted it. Boom. Now, double that. And guess what? It worked. Wanna know why? Because I spoke up. Old me would have just accepted it and been happy for the opportunity. Yes, I am still happy for the opportunity, but it's like, if you're offering me this, I know you have way more. I'm not gonna just take the first thing. Not even just in the workspace. That goes everyday thing. Even when you go into a restaurant and they seat you at a table that you don't want to eat at, speak up. Oh, I don't want to sit here. Can we sit by the window? Yeah, of course. Come. If you don't speak up, you'll never know, bro. And I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand with the people pleasing. People pleasers tend to like just avoid conflict and confrontation. So it's like, I'd rather not. No. Speak up. Chase your dreams. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to take up space. Don't be afraid to have a seat at the table. Like, yes, I'm here and I deserve to be here. And also with that mentality, like you should never care about what somebody else is gonna say. Being misunderstood is the cost of standing out. Who wants to fit in? Who wants to blend in? Who wants to be like everybody else? I mean, not everybody has the willpower or like the ability to embrace standing out. There's normal, and then there's people that don't fit that normal. I'm sorry, I literally hate blending in. I hate being regular. It was never my thing. I like standing out. I've always been the tallest person in my class, so I've always automatically stood out. That's just my reality. I've never blended in. Before I even speak, I've always stood out. Like, I'm always the tallest person in the room. So, and this is not even to big myself up, but it's more so to embrace standing out. And a part of me always wanted to just fit in. I never felt like I fit in. But as I'm getting older, I'm embracing me not being normal. If anything, I'm grateful and happy that I'm not normal. If you feel like you can't fit in, if you just want to feel a part of something, that's how they get you. They want to water you down. No. If you naturally stand out and you kind of wondering like, what can I do to fit in? Don't do that. Embrace the fact that you stand out, because not everybody has that. Not everybody is born with that. The ability to stand out. Do you know how special that is for you to not blend in with everybody else and just people naturally gravitate towards you? You're different from the rest. With all of that being said, you have to kind of be okay with not being understood. You have to be okay with people not really seeing what you mean or where you coming from. What is she? Cut all the outside noise out. Fuck what everybody else thinks. Fuck what everybody else has to say. That does not matter. Because if you do think about that and you want to please everybody, you'll always stay stagnant. You'll always be average. You'll always be flatline. And I just wish somebody would have told me this in my early 20s, because technically this is my first year of my mid-20s. But I wish somebody would have told me this before I even turned 20. Embrace the fact that you stand out. Don't ever try to water yourself down to fit in with the rest. And I'm only like preaching this the way I am because younger me really used to want to fit in so bad. I never understood why. I just couldn't. At the same time though, you're always gonna want something you don't have. So like for regular people, they probably want to stand out. For me, standing out all the time, it's like, oh my God, like, can I just be regular? I just want to be normal. Like I can't relate to nobody. Like I'm just an outcast. As I'm getting older, I really appreciate the fact that I've been an outcast my whole life. So if you have that, if you were born with that, don't ever lose sight of that. That's a gift from God. Go after what you want. The average person isn't doing that. The average person is just taking what is given to them. No, you have to take control and don't let fear stop you or hinder you from doing that. Take it from me. Don't conform. If you have the courage to act and speak up for what you want and not afraid of somebody telling you no, babes, at that point you deserve the success. When you're overthinking in your head, you're like, oh my God, but what if this, or what if they don't wanna? What if? We're not living life on what if. So what is you're gonna ask. You're gonna speak up. And if you're ready and prepared and showing that you can handle that confidence, when you know who you are, when you step into a room and you don't have to prove yourself and do all of this and you just secure in yourself, that's unmatched. Own it. Own the room. Yeah. I swear, if I had a little sister, like, oh my gosh, I would teach her everything so she would be blessed. These might be a little long, but I'm spilling tea. Number 5, live in the moment and don't forget to take in the present. I feel like I was always so like worried about what's the next step or where I'm gonna be in the future or how is this gonna turn out. Hold on, pause, rewind. Let's appreciate the now. I always wanted to be in control of everything over my life. That was just something that, I don't know, I'm just like a control freak. If I don't have control over things, then like I'm stressing out. I'm very much a type A person. I have OCD. Everything has to just be the way I want it. I'm also a Virgo rising, so I'm a perfectionist. So it's like, all right, this needs to go with this and this and this. And my whole life is mapped out. Life does not work that way. And I feel like a lot of the times, especially in like the teenage era, we swear we know it all. How we're gonna live our life and when we're gonna get married and when we're gonna have kids and what we're gonna do as a job. We swear we have it all figured out. The amount of people that I know and hang out with and friends with, that we all just be like, yo, we all thought we was gonna be married with kids by 25. Like, when you're younger, you don't really have like an actual grasp on reality yet, so it's easy to just throw out all these little like fantasies, of course, but live in the moment. Oh my God, just take in what you have right now. And I don't know if it's like a rush to grow up. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, appreciate your youth. Your youth. We'll never be this young again. Today is the youngest you'll ever be. Appreciate that, okay? Because when I'm older, 10 years from now, I'm gonna be wishing that I could relive my life at 24. Like, our youth, that's just something that you're never gonna get back. Time is literally life's currency. Yes, you want to have, you know, be on the right path and, you know where you're going. Yes, but not be such in a rush to get there. Appreciate the journey. If anything, the journey is the whole point. The rush to get to the top is also stemming from like comparing yourself to other people, seeing where everybody else is at what age that they're doing this at, how much money they're making. That does not matter. If anything, you should use that to fuel you and like, push you, because that's what I do. I use it as motivation. I don't ever look at somebody else's success as like, damn, like I'm not doing enough. I don't beat myself up over stuff that somebody else is doing. I beat myself up over my own shit. I want to outdo myself from last year. I am my only competition, okay? That's the number one thing that I feel like people miss out on. Constantly comparing yourself to somebody else, it's not really beneficial. Everybody's journey is their own. What's that saying? Comparison is a thief of joy. You'll never be able to fully be happy and live and just be content with yourself if you're gonna compare yourself to a nice person, because let's be honest, there's always gonna be somebody out there that's better, that's doing better, doing more, whatever. Use that as motivation. Don't sit here and compare and beat yourself up because you don't have a 2026 Mercedes-Benz. Like, everybody's journey is their own, bro. And I feel like that comparing thing comes from social media. Social media definitely like has its pros and cons for sure. I'm not really gonna even get into all of that because I'm a whole influencer. I do social media. This is a whole job for me. But it definitely does have its cons. Constantly comparing yourself to people that you see on social media, I advise not to do that, y'all. 1, not everything you see on social media is real. And 2, sometimes you might think you want this and you get it and it's not even what you actually really want. So don't take everything that you see on social media and run with it. A lot of the times, the life people live on social media is not their reality. Just be careful for what you wish and pray for. Sometimes we're just never fully satisfied, and when you have it, you're gonna want something else. Like, it's like people are just never satisfied, and it's normal. It's literally human nature to have certain thoughts and certain feelings, but just don't forget like the bigger picture. Appreciate the now, because you're never gonna get this time back. Fall in love with the process and not the outcome. Don't be hyper fixated on things that you can't control. So many things can happen within a year. You just never know. Life is so unexpected. Tomorrow's not promised. The only time that I might say, all right, you can look forward to the future is when you're about to turn 21. Number 6. It's okay to start over. I know we all like to look like we have it all together, and once you start something, you want to see it through and finish. If you fail, it is okay. If you want to start over, it is okay. If you decided that this is no longer the career path you want to go down and you want to go back to school for something else, that is okay. I just hate the way society makes it seem like you just start here and you just... Life is not like that. Life is very much, you know, and I feel like we all want it to be this, but it's just not. That's not reality. As long as you're genuine and authentic to yourself, what's the problem with starting over? I'm just a firm believer in happiness. Like, I feel like we're only on this earth but for so long. Why spend your time unhappy, miserable, not satisfied, and just living a life that's not yours? It's a no for me. I want to be on this earth and live on my true life's purpose, walk on the path God has planned for me, and just be happy. I want to like my life. Obviously, there's things that come along down the line where it's unforeseeable things, yes, and you're not gonna always like every single day. Yes, you might be tired and irritated for work okay, but I don't want to hate my job. I don't want to hate my life. I don't want to hate my spouse. I don't want to live like that. People need to normalize starting over. I don't know, man. Personally, me, I'll start over 10 times before I finish something that is not fulfilling me. If you have a dream and that's what you want to do, be delusional about it. Go ahead and follow it. Just make sure that discipline is backing it up. All it takes is discipline, and that's like one of the hardest things to have, but it'll always be worth it. It's hard, yes, but not having it is also hard. You gotta choose your heart. The last thing that I have to say for this video, because the list could go on, the last thing is to heal. Do the self-work, do the digging, do the shadow work, do all of that. You need to heal, because I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but sometimes you are the problem. And that's just reality. Sometimes you are the problem. Sometimes it's you. But the difference is when you're able to own that, take accountability, reflect, and work on that, nobody could tell you shit, because yeah, it is me, but now look, I'm working on it, and I'm growing, and I'm changing, I'm evolving, so it don't have to be me. Whereas if you're stuck in the victim mindset of everything being done to you, you'll never grow. I 100% recommend to heal, whether that means going to therapy, whether that means to journal and talk to yourself, spend time with God, whatever it is, you need to heal. Unlearn them toxic behaviors, them toxic traits, that whole, it's just me, this is just who I am. I can't be around people like that. If you feel like who you are today is okay and it's enough, I don't want to be around that, because one, I feel like everybody in this whole entire world will always have room to grow. No matter how old you are, no matter how mature you are, there's always room to grow. There's always room for improvement. You can always better yourself. There's never like you reached your peak. Absolutely not. So if you ever feel like, well, this is who I am, or that's just take it or leave it, I'm leaving it, because there's no way that you don't want to improve. There's no way you don't want to grow. You don't want to evolve. You don't want to become a better you. I will always shed light and push that to everybody. Heal. Therapy will change your life. And I know therapy is not for everybody. I personally love it, but find what works for you. Just unlearn them toxic behaviors, because that's just not it. After a while, it gets to a point. There's nothing wrong with taking accountability for being the problem. Hey, that's all I ask for. Family, friends, and relationships. If I see you're working with me, you're trying to evolve, I can work with that. I can't stand a stagnant person. A lot of people are just so okay and content with just who I am, and I don't know, that's such a big turn off for me. If you're like that and you want to be the same way you are forever, that's okay, but you just can't be in my life. That does not align with me. And that's not to say you have to be perfect. That's never the case. Humans, we're imperfect, but you just shouldn't be okay with just being a shitty person or having shitty characteristics. At some point, you should want better for yourself. It's not even like me telling you you need to do this, or you should want that for yourself, because if not, you're just gonna be stuck in a hamster wheel, and it's gonna be an endless cycle of you keep victimizing yourself, and everything is happening to you and not for you. I feel like it just all comes down to healing, to the self-work that you really need to put in, and it's not something that's gonna be done overnight. I don't even think that can even happen in a year. To get that like actual shift in character, or like who you are as a person, that's work, like some years of work. That's not something that's that easy. It's really all about your mindset. Your mind, your brain is like like the most important thing. What you tell yourself in your head, oh my god, I can't stress how important your brain is. Having a good head on your shoulders is really a blessing. Everybody needs to learn when it's time to grow, when things are no longer serving you. It's okay to grow, to change, to shift, and to heal. That's my 7 pieces of advice for my younger 20-something self. Things I wish I knew in my earlier 20s. If you're in your earlier 20s watching this, y'all, don't take time for granted. Enjoy everything while you can, but apply certain things, you know? Certain things are not really gonna click until you're a little older, and I'm only 24. I could just imagine me at 30. So I'm speaking from I'm still very young. I'm still learning a lot of things that I'm even telling y'all. I wish I would have had somebody told me these things when I was younger. I wish I knew everything I know now back then. Like, what? But I also have a lot more things to say, y'all. My list is never ending. My brain in 2025 this year, y'all, like, it's like, it just, I don't even feel like I'm myself. I just look at everything from before as like a past life. I'd be like, who was that? Like, that's not even me. That's how much I feel like I've changed since turning 24, and it's only been 6 months. You outgrow certain hairstyles and nail colors. That's how true it is. You outgrow the way you dress. But yeah, I feel like I'm chatting at this point. I done preached a whole 7 things. I think y'all get the gist. If y'all want more or part 2, make sure y'all leave a comment down below. If y'all also have any questions or like advice that y'all want to give anybody in the comments, comment them down below. Yeah, I hope y'all like this video. I hope this video helped anybody in need, or if you needed to hear this, you need a little reminder, you needed a little reassurance. I really hope this did something for somebody, even if I only touched one person. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Okay, we're on a road to 100K, y'all, and I'll see you guys in my next one.